Every time she pulls it on, she thinks of all the people she's able to call friend, and it makes her feel warm and toasty inside. Lily pulls one edge of the scarf up over her chin, and then tucks the ends into her wool coat. She takes out a large pair of gloves from the coat pockets, slipping them on one by one. The last thing she has to get is her trusty yellow umbrella. Now, she's ready to head out. She closes the door behind her and pauses on the front step to open the umbrella. The wind pushes against it, making it hard to raise the slider up to expand the canopy. But with a little determination, Lily gets it open, adding a splash of yellow to the otherwise dark morning. Bracing herself against the wind, she steps out onto the sidewalk. Heavy raindrops thunder against the fabric of the umbrella. The sound is magnified beneath it, so she can hear the plop and splat of every drop. On her right, she spies the small white cat that's always waiting for her in her neighbour's window. But this morning, the cat is still asleep in the warmth of the house, with its pink nose tucked under its fluffy tail. Usually, the cat is awake and washing its paws, or following her path with watchful eyes. But today is a lazy day for the white cat. Lily watches as it naps contentedly behind the glass. For a moment, she wishes that she too could be at home, tucked up in bed. But then she thinks of her regular customers, and it brings a smile to her face. They are the reason she gets up each and every day, rain or shine, and opens the door to the rainy day bakery. She continues walking down the wet pavement towards town. Every few steps, she has to move to one side or the other to avoid a large puddle. The sidewalk glistens in the glow of the streetlights, and still the sun is nowhere to be found. This will probably be one of those days where it stays dark until noon, she thinks. Up ahead, she catches a glimpse of the brightly painted bakery door. Even in the dim light, the brilliant colours stand out, welcoming in all who pass by. It's a haven for people on a day like this. They can come inside, drink a cup of something hot, and have a slice of pie or a cinnamon roll, and read a good book. Some customers prefer to chat to one another, enjoying the company of new friends and old in a familiar place. Her bakery really has become part of the fabric of this community, she realizes. It's a home away from home, a spot where everyone can find something to make them feel happy and content. Just as this thought crosses her mind, a gust of wind rumples the fabric of her umbrella. The handle jumps in her fingers, And before she knows what's happening, the top canopy of the umbrella has blown backwards. No longer protected from the rain, Lily makes a dash for the colourful door. She pulls out her set of brass keys and inserts the right one into the lock. She clutches her bent umbrella under her arm and pushes open the door to reveal the dark, silent bakery. Lily wipes her feet on the entry mat so she won't leave quite as many wet footprints in her wake. Then she flicks the light switch with her fingertip, illuminating the small shop. Now that she's able to see a bit better, Lily looks down to inspect the damage to her yellow umbrella. Unfortunately, several of the connecting pieces of metal are bent in the wrong direction. Also, the slider no longer catches, so the canopy doesn't stay propped open anymore. With a sigh, she places the umbrella down on the ground in the entryway. It has served her well for many years, but it's time for a replacement. Lily had planned to be in the bakery all day, so she isn't sure when she'll have time to shop for a new one. It might end up being a very damp walk home tonight, she thinks to herself. But that's all right. She's used to the weather here, and she'll just have to make the best of it. Lily takes a deep breath to clear her mind, and then exhales, refocusing on the tasks of the day. She smells the familiar hints of espresso beans, flour, and pecans, lingering from the evening before. On a typical day, she makes cinnamon rolls first thing. But like with her tea, she's feeling spontaneous. Maybe it's the wind or the rain pattering heavily on the ground outside. But Lily thinks it's time for a change. She heads into the cozy seating area and leans down to plug in a strand of fairy lights. Within moments, they twinkle on overhead like diamonds. With a bit more pep in her step, she walks back into the pantry. She runs her gaze over the shelves, stacked high with baking supplies and ingredients. But what do I want to make today? She whispers to herself. She made a blueberry pie 2 days ago, lemon squares and pecan rolls yesterday, and chocolate muffins last week. Those are all favourites with the customers. But then, Lily considers what would make her happy. A few years back, Lily found her grandmother's cookbook on a shelf in the family house. While she was leafing through it, she came across a recipe she'd never tried before. It looked intriguing, so she marked her place with a piece of scratch paper in the spine. Lily's grandmother's cookbook now resides on a dark wooden bookshelf standing against the back wall of the pantry. With a smile, Lily walks over to the book and opens it to the correct page. The recipe is simply titled baked apples. In the margins of the page, yellowed with time, Lily sees her grandmother's recognizable scrawl. Her note reads, "Perfect for a chilly autumn day."